Good afternoon, everyone. I hope that you've had as much fun over the last couple days as I've had. Actually, I hope that you've had even more fun than I've had, meeting each other, working together, learning together. We have now more than 690 commitments from all of you, so even more than you arrived here with. And that's exactly what we hope will happen, that there will be kind of catalytic new ideas that emerge as you're talking with each other, challenging each other, asking questions of whether the panelists on stage or the mentors that hopefully you now each have connected with through CGIU. So before we move to our final event of the afternoon, although certainly I hope all of you will join us for the day of action tomorrow, I want to say a few thank yous. I think it's important that we all recognize that none of us would be here without the work of a lot of different people. So I want to thank a group that hasn't yet been thanked from the stage, everyone from the CGIU team itself. I've heard from so many of you how even leading up to the conference, the CGIU staff helped you think about how to write a grant, how to ask for help, how to think about finding the right type of mentorship. So thank you for sharing that feedback, and I hope that feedback will only continue so that CGIU 2015 can even be more fantastic than CGIU 2014 hopefully has proven to be. And I hope that many of you will come back. As you likely have noticed, we have past CGIU students who are here at the meeting in 2014, people who made commitments in 2010, 2012, 2013, who were eager to share their experiences and sort of the lessons they learned along the way with each one of you. So I hope that if this has and continues to be a valuable experience for each of you, you will consider coming back next year and lending what you've learned and what inspiration you can provide to the students who follow you. I also hope that you'll give us your candid feedback about what you think worked and didn't work so well this weekend. We always want to be ensuring that CGIU is as productive as it possibly can be for each and every one of you. We hope too that you'll stay connected with one another. This is the first year that kind of the CGIU platform will enable those connections that you made before you arrived here at ASU, while you've been here, to be sustained. So we certainly hope that you'll take advantage of that. And speaking of ASU, I think we need to thank our hosts one more time. From the university administration to the staff, the facility staff, the catering staff, to all of the remarkable ASU volunteers in their very distinctive navy blue shirts. None of us would have had the experience that we've had this weekend without all of their help. So really, another round of applause for everyone who worked so hard for everything that went into this weekend. And finally, I'd like for you to give a round of applause to yourselves for all of your energy, your enthusiasm, and your optimism. So a few final pieces of business, as we say in my family, before we move on to our closing conversation. I'm excited to announce the winners of the Resolution Social Venture Challenge for CGIU 2014, made possible by our friends at the Resolution Project. I'm grateful for their support for a second year in a row of making real financial commitments to so many CGIU commitment makers. As many of you likely know, given the cheers already, the Resolution Project opened up funding opportunities to every undergraduate student who was applying to CGIU. We had a more than 76% increase in CGIU students applying this year than last, making it not only the most competitive competition like this that CGIU has ever run, but also one of the most competitive that the Resolution Project has ever run. So it's incredibly exciting that the Resolution Project has selected so many winners to receive seed funding and also to benefit from the ongoing mentorship that the Resolution Project commits to each of the winners along with the funding. So without further ado, here are this year's Resolution Project winners. So thank you for already giving each one of them a strong round of applause. Next, I'd like to talk about the newest addition to CGIU, our inaugural CGIU Codeathon that we had over Thursday and Friday, made possible by our friends at Microsoft Youth Spark, as well as some work by folks at the Clinton Foundation. It was a competition between student developers and designers, and they raced around the clock over 36 hours to see who could design a technological innovation to increase the scope, the scale, or the impact of one of a selected group of CGIU commitments focused on education, global health, or water quality. It was certainly awe-inspiring for me to watch students, most of whom had never met each other before, work together in such a collaborative and productive way. So I'm extremely proud to announce the winners of our inaugural Codeathon, at least for those of you that were not in the room yesterday. I'd like to invite out the Meditex team. So, although certainly Ashish looks like he could have been a member of the Meditex team, the man closest to the podium is from Microsoft, again, without whom we wouldn't have been able to hold this competition, and who, with other folks from his team at Microsoft, provided really crucial and critical guidance to the variety of teams that were competing in the Codeathon. And then we have the team that participated in the Codeathon, joined by Florian Rausch, who is on the far side, the furthest away from the podium, whose idea really inspired the Meditex team. Working to address the lack of medical adherence in developing countries, the team developed an SMS platform that encourages and reminds patients to take medicine via text messaging. It also keeps track of patient improvements over the course of their treatment to help inform the future conversations between patients and community health workers or doctors. This is incredibly exciting. It's certainly something that all of us at CGIU hope that the Meditex team takes forward and that it becomes indeed a reality. So please give everyone on stage a round of applause.
Did I miss the Codeathon picture? Hi, everybody.
Hi,
Hello,
Jimmy.
Chelsea. How are you?
I'm great, Jimmy.
I missed the Codeathon picture.
You did miss the Codeathon picture.
No, well, what are you going to do? Well, it's a pleasure to be here. Hi, Arizona State visitors and students. I'm clearly the dumbest person in this room.
Definitely not.
I don't know about that. Well, I'm happy to be here, and we have a special award to present now.
We do. So I'm sure all of you have been on Tinderhooks, just like certainly I've been. We're finally ready to announce the winner of the CGIU Commitments Challenge, what we refer to as the CGIU bracket. For those of you that are not from the United States, thank you for indulging our March Madness. And that we at CGIU are obsessed with March Madness, that we had to extend it to the Commitments Challenge bracket.
I wasn't told there were people who aren't from the United States here. I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to go.
Don't go. They're lovely.
Oh, they're nice? Okay, good.
They're
all right,
nice.
Good.
And they are smarter than most of us.
You know, I went
Actually,
to Arizona
students
State, and brackets are kind of a sore subject with us right now.
we're deeply aware of that.
Do we have any Sun Devils here in the audience? Okay. Had we won, none of them would have been here. We'd be watching the basketball game.
Well, I can't say that I'm happy that you've lost.
Well, thank you. And technically, I'm not on the team, but we appreciate it.
I'm sure you can be an honorary team member.
Yeah, I might be an honorary coach, but I'd rather be on one of these teams. They seem smarter.
They're pretty amazing. So starting on March 10th, as you can see now from the faded out sides on the right and left, we had teams from 32 different schools who squared off raising funds for their commitments thanks to a partnership between CGIU and CrowdRise. And so whomever raised the most funds in that round went on to the next round when the funds were then reset to zero. So there wasn't an unfair carryover advantage. This was the closest final that we've ever had in the years that we've been running the bracket. With 10 minutes left to go this afternoon, there was less than, 5 minutes, excuse me. Wow, less than a $5 difference.
Everyone got really mad.
I know, so if anyone tells you that your vote doesn't count or your dollars don't matter, they're lying, because this certainly proves that every vote and every dollar mattered. Did you participate, Jimmy?
I didn't know about it, but I would have, and I would have cheated to make sure Arizona State won.
Well, thank you for participating.
I would have just given
and
10 grand, and that would have been that, right?
You can still give them 10 grand. I'm sure they would definitely accept that.
Okay, I will.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, why not?
We should give him a round of applause for that.
So, does that change the outcome?
It unfortunately doesn't change the outcome.
Oh.
But their commitment certainly is worth your investment. So,
okay, all right.
Although I think that now it's pretty evident, given our bantering, who did win. And the team that won was from Washington University in St. Louis. Stay in touch. So Daniel Feinberg, Caitlin Lee, and Madeline Welsh.
Congratulations, guys. Well, I guess they would know, right? Because they knew how much they raised.
Yes.
So this isn't really much of a surprise.
No, but I think it's a surprise for everyone else. I certainly didn't learn this until right before we walked out. And Stay in Touch is an SMS platform that enables families in emergency and often disaster situations to ensure that we can be connected to our loved ones.
That is a great idea. And there was an earthquake in LA last week, and my son and I had this very conversation because I texted him to see if he was okay. And I said, there's got to be some way that we can automatically let each other know if we're okay. And now you guys have come up with this. That's fantastic. Thank you on our behalf.
So please give them another round of applause.
Should we take a picture? All right. How you doing? All right, let's make a pyramid. Yeah, where is the ASU team? Yeah, there you go. you guys snuck in just under the wire. All right. Well, I do want to say something. Congratulations to you guys. Get the hell off the stage. We're done with you.